when you sell a business, it's typically on a multiple of EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. The buyer's trying to depress it and make an argument that the business isn't worth as much. The seller's trying to inflate it to make an argument that the business is worth more. So on the one hand, you have to recast your financial statements to take out items that will not be there for a buyer.
You do have to have someone as an intermediary. You can't do this on your own. Your business is valued on your income. If you spend time on your deal, your income will go down, and you will devalue your company, and you will get run over in the deal. And the worst, I think Hai was talking about having the right buyer in the deal. You'll blow it. You'll blow your one chance, perhaps, at your best buyer. So you absolutely have to have an intermediary. I'm not saying it should be me or Hai or anybody, but you have to have someone who's capable in your industry, and you have to have the right legal team.
In many cases, when somebody's come to you without you looking for them and is trying to do something with you, to put money in or to joint venture or to buy you, may in the whole continuum of things, historically be where you could have gotten the best value for your company. You may not have been ready to sell then. And you know, it's just timing and circumstance, how it will work out and play out. But I think people, I would give them advice that sometimes that may be worth spending the time, if nothing else, to go through a short process to understand what the other guy's thinking about. Because in fact, if you have an advisor, could be your in that instance, your corporate lawyer, and you bounce it off of that person, they may give you good counsel that it might be something to think about considering. And that's a mistake I've seen people make historically, having been in the marketplace.
Any particular industries you're seeing that are especially active?
Well, immediately you go to healthcare. I mean, they're either scared or they think it's an opportunity to get into healthcare. I'm not quite sure which, but you know, the hospitals are right now scrambling to buy up what they can buy and try to make sure that they can gather all the money they can and raise. So healthcare is hot. You know, and in my world, really anything that makes money. You know, somebody says, "What's the best business to buy?" And our answer is a business that makes money can prove it.
There are many more capital sources looking for involvement in lower middle market companies. As the maturity of a lot of the market has occurred, some of the private equity funds are sort of ratcheting down their interest in looking at smaller companies as greater opportunities to grow them than before.
So a couple of other things I think are critically important to think about. On the accounting side, and when you sell a business, there's almost always going to be some level of purchase price adjustment, usually based upon working capital. I can make a living against bad attorneys, bad accountants on the other side, manipulating purchase price in that adjustment, because most lawyers don't understand numbers, don't understand the accounting, and most of the accountants don't really understand deal speak and what we're actually putting into the documents.
But one of the things that I have seen repeatedly be a problem that is worth looking at, and certainly as a word of advice for any one of you running companies, is the issue of distribution agreements. I always focus on all those distribution agreements. The reason is sometimes management forgot that one of those distributors that they have has some form of territorial exclusivity or a right of first refusal that is baked in there that they completely forgot about.
But at least it's good for you. So I think it's trying to time that and understand that it's not forever. What I see people do is make the mistake that where we started with this, that somebody came along, if somebody's doing a roll-up in your industry and they come knocking on your door, it is time to go. Your ship has come in.
To find out more about the C-Suite Breakfast Series, visit www.vistagebreakfast.eventbrite.com.